Looks like there's paste, troll spit, or some other kind of glue in the bucket.
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
Now Mr. Fox is busy sticking up wanted posters. That'll take him a couple of hours by the looks of things.
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
All right. Wanted for the murder of Archmage Alistair, the rotten, dangerous, armed and stinky fiend Wilbur Weathervane. The wanted gnome is armed and dangerous. There was a poster like that about me. I'd hang it up in my room.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else.
This fire is lit every night. Mr. Shieldhand used to enjoy grilling sausages on it. Though all that stopped since he lost one of his dimensions. I wonder what he does when it rains. A couple of bits of charred wood have fallen through the grill. I'll take one.
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
No, that are differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders. No. That's not quite
Not a good
straight
idea.
either.
He'll arrest
Try
me
again.
as soon as he sees me. The door looks quite solid and is probably locked. And even if it isn't, Shieldhand would notice if
Until
I
you've learned
opened
to
it.
put the posters
I've got to
up
get
nice
rid
and
of him.
straight.
Both of them,
You
if
should mind
possible.
what you say.
The bucket is clearly too big and too heavy for me. I couldn't even pull the brush out of the paste without being spotted by Mr. Fox or Mr. Shieldhand.
No.
A swanky chair that
That's not quite straight
Shieldhand
either.
likes sitting
Try
on.
again.
He used to have a deck chair, but they made him get rid of it at some point.
It's not my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
A solitary resistance poster isn't going to make a difference. I can't get up there anyway.
No. That's not quite straight either. Try again.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
I'd love to write what I think of him and the council leader on his back. But although he's mostly made a card, I think he'd notice. A swanky he used...
No. That's not
It's a
quite
bit
straight either.
There are many other
Try
rats
again.
belonging to the underground who should also be wanted as dangerous terrorists. Me, for example.
How much longer is this gonna go on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
All right. symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
Food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time.
The door looks quite solid and is probably locked. And even if it isn't, Shield Hand would notice if I opened it. I've got to get rid of him. Both of them if possible.
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
Oh, I've already taken one. That should be enough.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
Not possible right now. All right. The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
Gonna go on.
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
Many say Mr. Shieldhand is the worst town guard Seastone has ever had. Us rats see it differently. He's lazy, not particularly clever, and when he does happen to patrol the streets, his armour clanks and creaks so much you can hear him from miles off. Perfect. Not possible right now. Not possible right...
It's not my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've
All right.
already found something else to pass the time. Split spot.
The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town. A swanky
No.
chair that he used to...
Not quite straight either. Try again.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
Time to turn Mr. Shieldhand into an advertising figurehead for the
No.
resistance.
That's not quite straight either. Try again. What the? What is it? Hey, Fox, is there something on my back? Can you see anything?
Oh, yeah. I can see something, all right.
What is it? Is there something stuck to me?
Now, what would the council leader say if our very own town guard was making propaganda for the rebels?
Propaganda? But I haven't...
Don't worry, I'll get it off. It might sting a little bit.
But no!
Stop that resistance sympathiser!
There were 3 keys on the town guard's keyring. One of them should be for the door to the guardhouse, the others for the cells. This is the second time I've had to rescue one of the big heroes of Avantasia. Timmy Mousevich, hero rescuer. Ivo, I've got the key!
Really? Well done.
Can you reach it?
No, but I've got a blanket in here which I can rip into strips. Right, that's sorted.
Wow, you're really, really fat.
I'm pregnant. Somehow. Where are Wilbur and the others?
In the underground. I'll let them know you're here.
But where? Oh. From celebrated hero to enemy of the state number 0.5. Steep career path for Wilbur. A bucket with an evil-smelling, sticky, slimy substance. If I ever need anything like this, I'll know where to find it. Wow, I'm glad I'm out of there. Sea Stone's a dangerous place these days, but at least I can do something about it out here. Salt pretzels, donuts with icing sugar, together with hot mustard and a bit of pickled cabbage. Perfect. There are many magical clothes in this world which strengthen the powers of their wearers. However, the rule of thumb is, the more useful the garment, the uglier it is. I can't believe how the little rat boy got me out of jail. I think he must take after his uncle. Of course, statues will always be the first to lend their support when there's a revolution. I'm not sure who this statue's meant to be, but I'm certain that the council leader's people have defaced it.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Working late, are we?
A merchant work is never done. Now, if you don't mind, I'm off on holiday.
Who takes care of business when you go on holiday?
We don't get many walk-in customers nowadays. We concentrate primarily on production. But when I get back, I'm going to talk to the council leader about opening up new markets.
And these are tribbles that you're selling?
Fresh off the press, so to speak. The management's efforts have optimized production decisively.
Then one just needs to find someone who wants something like that.
I'm working on that. In my opinion, every school kid in the land needs a magic slate like this. I'm going to speak to the council leader of the merchants about that.
What did you say? Where's the entrance to the underground?
I didn't say anything, and you've got no business down there.
And where exactly have those fluffy things been manufactured?
Not in the underground.
And this privy doesn't lead there?
No.
Then may I use it? Or is the flush not working?
I don't know anything about any underground. I just want to earn an honest crust. Why does everyone seem to have a problem with that? I'm taking these ghastly things to the school, then I'm out of here.
A great disguise for the secret entrance to the underground. No one would be keen to know where the things plopped into a privy would disappear to. And the merchant was in such a fluster that he forgot the padlock. Hello? Anybody there?
Hi, Vol. Is that you?
Wilbur? What on earth have you been up to?
Well, you see, it's like this. And then he didn't pull us up. And then Timmy came and said you were in town. And then you called out, Wilbur, and I...
Thanks, I'm fully informed now. It's a pretty long story.
Yeah, but exciting too, right? and sometimes funny and a bit sad and...
What's the next step? How are we going to change the Archmage back?
So, actually, I wanted to, someone else should...
Wilbur was going to run away.
What?
Run away? Well, not really.
Of course not. We can't simply leave the town to this dreadful Van Buren. And from what we know, it's likely Munkus is sneaking around here as well.
So what do we do?
First, I'm going to get you up here, I guess. Then we can work out together how to rescue the Archmage.
But Remy's right. As long as the wand still exists, there's no way we can defeat Van Buren.
Master Alistair will know what to do.
Don't rely on me. Rely on yourselves and on your friends.
What? You have to speak up.
That's what the Archmage always said. Remy believed him. That's why he took the matter into his own hands.
What's happened to Remy?
He's relying on me. I'll follow him and we'll find a way to destroy the wand. You pull the zombies and Nate up, and then come up with something for the Archmage. Maybe we can also help one another a little. Maybe we can use the basket to exchange items and talk to each other through the hole.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Go get Esther, Gulliver. Time for some fresh air.
I don't know how to thank you, Wilbur.
It's all right.
Our second child will definitely be called Wilbur. What do you say, Nate? Want to see the stars?
You wait here, Timmy.
But I can help.
You sure can. If you hear terrified screams coming from the hole, then think of something.
You are going to find Uncle Remy, aren't you?
Of course. The rope has served me well twice already. Maybe it'll hold up for a third time, too. Okay. The time had to come sooner or later. Ah! Oh, hello?
Another one.
For years no one visits, and now all this activity.
I have something to do up top. See you later.
The ugly dwarf turned and made to leave that sinister place.
Hey, I'm not a dwarf, I'm a gnome. And Mum says I'm a handsome little fella, too.
He said defensively, but this did not impress the darkness much. Next, the dwarf said,
Why is it dark? And what could you do to make it light?
The young hero stood in a beam of light, surrounded by the deepest darkness, and the voices said,
Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, What do you think? Is there life on the moon? And the other replies, Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?
Ugh.
Fantastic.
Who are you? And why don't you come into the light so I can see you?
We can't.
Well, we could, but we just don't want to. We are gods. We can do anything.
You're gods?
He froze, as if struck by a bolt of lightning, whilst the implications of this danced wildly around his head.
Actually, no, not really.
But you must. You are speaking to gods.
What exactly are implications?
Hey, two cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, He tastes a bit funny.
Oh, do be quiet. I'm trying to create atmosphere here.
Isn't it about time for a riddle?
If you're gods, then can't you just say something like, let there be light, and it gets all bright in here?
two trolls are looking up into the night sky, and one says to the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?"
Not again.
Of course we could create some light. Or it could simply just be light in this cave. But where's the challenge in that?
Said the little dwarf,
Why does everything always have to be so complicated?
and stamped his foot on the ground.
Say what?
You have to stamp your foot on the ground.
What kind of gods are you?
Well, we are...
Wait! He has to create light first.
Did a rat in a hat pass through here?
asked the gnome in a brave voice. He, however, didn't know at this point that he would be leaving the caves without his friend.
You know something about Remy?
That's what one calls foreshadowing. It's a device used to keep the audience entertained.
Showing something other than complete darkness might also be helpful.
He's got to solve the riddle first.
So what's with Remy? Was he here? Where did he go?
Oh, I've got another one. One politician says to the other, "I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything."
And what exactly has that got to do with the story?
Thank you for the conversation. I'll look around a bit.
Not without any light.
Hey, hey, two cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, "He tastes a bit funny."
Haha. So, till next time.
You scared him away.
He liked my jokes.
All three of them?
But what's so funny about that?
Aside from the light coming through the hole, you can hardly see a thing down here. And I think I need more than just a torch or something like that. It sounds like I'm in a fairly large cavern. Up's even worse than down.
Wilbur, have you found Uncle Remy?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. Looks like the Van Buren's girls' abominations have even found their way down here. Someone with taste couldn't bear to have this stuff around any longer and threw it away. Mostly toys. And, oh, what's this? A hand mirror. I'm going to take it with me. Could come in handy somewhere. Nate liked the seesaw. Probably because it was new to him. There are so many new things waiting for him up there. I almost envy him having the chance to experience it all for the first time. The pipe eventually gets to the magic school staff room, where the transformed archmage is being held captive. Unfortunately, I'm about 10 times too big to fit through the pipe. Without Gulliver, Esther, and Nate, everything down here looks even more desolate. The basket will let Ivor and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets stuck at some point. Ivo?
What?
Not that I'm not overjoyed to see you, but what are you doing in Seastone? Unless it's about catching flies with your tongue, he's not going to be any help to you at the moment. Monkus has completely disappeared since the fight in the staff room. Do you think he's still in town? And he can transform himself into anyone. Be careful about whom you trust up there. Remy said that much of the city's been transformed. Is it really that bad? That is terrible! Luckily you're here, Ivo. We'll stop them. Where's the council leader? Whatever you do, don't let her catch you. Doesn't that worry you? So it's just a question of how long it takes Van Buren to figure that out. For my search for Remy, I need something I can use to light an entire cave. Thanks. I have to get going. Don't get caught.
I get the impression they would go through thick and thin together. They simply belong together. I'm really envious of that. Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
I've not had the pleasure of making your acquaintance yet. My name's Ivo. Welcome to Seastone.
My name is Gulliver. This is my enchanting lotus blossom, Esther. Our son down there with the ogre is called Nate.
Nate?
Nate, yes. Named after a true hero and good friend. It was down to him that Esther and I got together back then in the Wildlands.
About Nate. You haven't seen him recently, have you?
Unfortunately not. We would have loved to have had him at our wedding, but he suddenly disappeared.
I'm sure he's out there in the big wide world, helping other lovers find the happiness they deserve.
But he left his love behind in the process.
Do you know him?
That deceitful hypocrite who disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation and leaving me standing there like an idiot of a pirate? No, I don't know him. Not anymore. It's not safe for you here in Seastone. Not for anyone.
I know, but where else can we go? Zombies and the undead aren't really welcome anywhere.
People think that we eat their brains. But to be honest, they really don't taste of anything.
Ew. Or perhaps you'd be better off in the Wildlands. There are loads of people like you there.
Why do we have to go? Just because other people have a problem with us? That's not fair.
Wilbur talked about the machine that you built together. Maybe you can bring it up here and build slates for yourself when everything's returned to normal.
I don't think so. Only Bill knows where to get the intelligent stone. And he'd claim I've stolen his idea. He can afford ghouls. Worse, lawyers. Anyway, where am I going to get the gold? Who would even lend me a copper piece?
Don't give up, sunshine. Small setbacks are a part of death.
Esther's right. Those who fight may lose, but those who don't fight have lost already.
Says the young, pretty and rich elf princess.
I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye. I'll let them have some time on their own. They've got to make a decision about where they're going to spend their life together. Not an easy decision. This is Nate. His name isn't his fault. I'll try to be nice to him. A two-headed ogre. Rather rare and pretty complicated, anatomically speaking. Hello, Nate. Are you interested in these toys, then?
He says, finally I know where all the rubbish comes from.
You can understand him.
It's quite obvious what he thinks of this junk. I think he says one could also build something useful out of all this. He's an inventor.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Mademoiselle.
Fat elf!
My name is Ivo, and you are?
Not Princess Ivo from the Woodland Realm.
Yep, that's me.
It's an honor, Your Highness. Although, considering the current situation, perhaps you shouldn't tell everyone who you are.
I still don't know your name, kind sir.
Oh, excuse me, Your Serene Highness.
Please, call me Ivo.
My name is Zloff. That's my brother, Blout.
Blout?
Perhaps you could explain to me what's happened here. You're a mage, right, Zloff?
Mage? Me? No.
Why Zloff always say that? Zloff is mage.
Not after what happened to the other mages in this town.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. But I've definitely given up magic, and therefore I am no longer a mage.
Nice shop, but a bit unusual.
Candy floss, puppies, chocolate, baby dolls.
It's dreadful. We had such a lovely inn. Subdued lighting, smoky air, and lots of alcohol. And now...
Lollies! New inn! Lollies!
A whole building has been transformed permanently. A little girl shouldn't have the power to do that. How does she do it?
I, don't know what you mean.
Are you expiring?
You what?
Blout should tell council leader if people expire.
You're spying for the council leader?
Blout's afraid the merchant council leader's daughter might turn him into a little girl with pigtails if he doesn't cooperate with her mother.
We shouldn't give away that daughter does magic. You're expiring.
No, Blout, we're not.
Then that's okay. Zloff?
Yes, Blout.
What is expiring?
A friend of mine who's active in the non-existent resistance has to somehow illuminate a big cave.
I'm no longer a mage and have nothing to do with the resistance. And because I'm no longer a mage, I don't need my magical equipment anymore. Like, for example, this clicker, which can capture starlight.
Good job that you aren't a mage anymore. Now I can give this thing to my friend, who's not on a wanted list and who's also not in the Resistance, which also doesn't even exist.
Why talk so strange? Something not right here.
You're much too suspicious, dear Blout.
Blout, I don't think you should spy for Van Buren. She's bad news. Surely you can see that?
Blout not want to spy, but Blout not want to be changed into Bunny Rabbit.
I was all for fleeing, but Blout wanted to stay and hide.
Quite difficult, given your size.
Blout bought disguise. No one recognised Blout.
Maybe not, but what about me?
Have you still got the disguise you were going to use to hide from the council leader?
Still got.
Would you give it to me?
You want hide from council lady? You conceiving?
No, I just want to secure the disguise and hand it in at the school.
Otherwise, the rebels could get hold of the disguise, Blout. Do you want to be responsible for a rebel disguising themselves with your outfit?
No! Blout, good little boy. Here, take.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
I'm an elf and don't feel the heat and cold as much as humans do. Otherwise, elf girls' clothing would be extremely impractical. If you're surrounded by enemies, a professional disguise can make all the difference. I don't know what there is to talk about at the moment. Hello, you two.
Have we been introduced, sir?
It's me.
Probably just a friendly townsman, Gulliver. You don't mean us any harm, do you, good sir?
No. Goodbye. This disguise works really well. Crane's new. Seastone's merchants have been very creative where business is concerned. Someone once wanted to sell me a license for an apple. They didn't want the apple to belong to me, just the right to eat it. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have ended well, had I agreed to that. Presumably all these goods were delivered, or at least ordered, before Van Buren assumed power. I can't imagine any sane airship captain would dream of flying into Seastone right now. It all seems quiet and peaceful looking into the starlit sky. However, there are unbelievable powers and great tragedies occurring up there. We just don't look carefully enough. As a child, I lay on my back next to my father in the elf burrow for nights on end, observing the stars. He told me of strange worlds, and sometimes when the night sky was particularly clear, I believed that I could recognize the star turtle with my naked eyes. From up there, our problems must appear so small and insignificant. All good, all evil in this world, every elf, human, dwarf or gnome, all lovers, every idea, each work of art, everything that's ever been built. All this exists at one tiny little moment, surrounded by darkness. And yet, it's still worth fighting for, because our moment will only happen once. From up there, out and yet... Wilbur wrote very excitedly to me that he, of all people, had been appointed as the first professor to the school by the Archmage. I think he was very proud, but also a bit intimidated because of his colleagues and the students. Those are the kind of worries that we'd be grateful for right now. The Mage Tower in Seastone is notorious. It's been said it has a mind of its own. It confuses people. It's said that visitors the town didn't like never emerged again after venturing inside. A lotto ball. Blank. Doesn't look like this has ever been used. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Let's go in. What the... You could have hit me.
Yeah, whatever. No one's allowed to enter the school as long as the council leader's away.
Council Leader Van Buren has asked me to get something from her office for her.
She didn't tell me. She only told me to knock the head off anyone who tries to get in here while she's away.
Oh, presumably she forgot to mention it. She'll be very angry if I don't bring her what she requested.
Angry with you, not with me.
Oh, somebody's really on the ball here. And really decisive. Well done.
Yeah, no problem for a professional like me.
Oh, I'll mention that in my report.
What report?
Oh, I'm not really permitted to tell you, but let's just say a positive evaluation should give your career a boost.
But I'm exactly where I want to be.
Really?
Sure, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
You really must have a ball every day harassing people.
A smart guy like me can really make good in this world.
But you're destined for greater things. Go out there and prove it.
I could, but I don't want to. Let everyone else bumble around if they want to. They always come crawling back asking for help at some point. And I just say, deal with your own shit, you bumblers. Ah!
Oh, what a delightful conversation.
Well, it's no surprise you liked it. Conversations with the one and only Grumder Klimpus are always a laugh. It was rather disappointing for me. But you did your best.
His general appearance is not exactly pleasant, and his most defining feature is his melodious stink.
Think you're something special because you know all these long words, eh? Pathetic.
I can't risk starting a fight with the troll. Yeah, I could get past him, but he might follow me and wake up half the town in the process. Annoyingly, I can't trick him either. He's just too stupid for that. Right then, capture Starlight. That is beautiful. captured a bit of starlight for you. That should make your light problems a thing of the past.
Really? Wow!
I'm going to send the clicker down in the basket. You must wait until you're in the dark cave before you set the starlight free.
Got it!
There's a fully grown troll with an axe in the entrance hall of the school, and he won't let me into the staff room. Is there another way into the school?
If we had some fireplace travel powder, you could get into the staff room through the fireplace.
Fireplace? I'm sure there isn't a fireplace in there. Presumably it's now a doll's house or something.
Maybe the fireplace in the library's still okay.
Worth a try. Just missing the powder now.
It's on the headmaster's desk.
Which brings us back to the start of our problem.
Yep, that's about the size of it.
That's all for now.
See you later. The basket will let Ivor and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets stuck at some point. Wow!
Oh, that's bright.
I can see.
By God, you've got old.
You're only statues.
We are gods, trapped in statues. That, by the way, is a very exciting story.
Could someone help me up? Thank you.
Hey, all this light reminds me of a joke. Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?" And the other replies, "Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?"
Maybe you could just lie him face down in the sand.
A small alcove with some truly gruesome ornamentation. Whoever designed this thing must have been in an alarming state of mind. A small alcove with a statue, half buried. Seems there's no god stuck inside it. At least, she hasn't said a word so far. So you're gods in statues? Did someone imprison you?
And so it came to pass that the young hero encountered the epic story, which...
The statues depict us. They are our last refuge.
I always thought gods lived somewhere up in the sky in really stylish cloud palaces.
I have lived in many temples, all of which were dedicated to me. The faithful met in them, discussing and answering the most difficult of questions. And they all paid homage to me, the god of riddles.
And then you were forgotten and ate sand for a few centuries.
That one calls himself Jerry, the god of bad jokes.
The god of humor?
That is Avini, goddess of the arts, and I am...
Hypnis, the chatterbox.
the god of good stories.
One picture speaks more than 1,000 words.
young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
The God of Humour! Wow! Sounds like you'd have a lot to laugh about.
Oh, of course! It'd be a sorry state of affairs if I didn't.
It is really bad if one constantly has to hear the same joke told time and time and time again.
Oh, you just haven't got a sense of humour. Listen, one politician says to the other, I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything. or do you know the one?
Yes, we know it.
Party poopers.
I still don't understand why you're here and not somewhere beautiful instead. I mean, you're gods. Can't you do whatever you want?
Of course we can. Well, theoretically.
In reality, though, no one has believed in us for a long while. Do you know how gods are created, young man?
I thought all of the gods had always been there.
Nah.
We get our power by people believing in us. It can be a great power. A power that can move mountains and flare up conflict.
But if no one believes in you anymore, nothing remains.
Our temples were destroyed centuries ago or rededicated to other more bloodthirsty gods. These 4 statues are all that remain. If they disappear, we, like our religion, will cease to exist.
What's up with this creepily decorated alcove? Is there a statue missing here?
I wouldn't say missing.
Where there is light, there is shade. Where there is good, there must also be evil. The Nameless One was probably the most powerful amongst us. Whenever anyone did anything evil, people believed that it was his fault.
Oh, and because everyone believed in him?
He became more and more powerful. It was simple for everyone. They could blame all their bad deeds on him.
Where is he now?
They banished him to the dungeon dimension. It's probably the greatest story of all time.
That will be told another time. He was banished, and many small gods were put in his place. Murphy, the god of stupid coincidences. Monday, the god of bad moods. Alki, the god of drunkenness.
Hundreds, thousands of little gods that people could blame when they did something bad or stupid.
I have to go. Hi.
Hello, my young friend.
The art? Is that like when you make a face out of macaroni and glue it to some paper?
Art is everywhere. There is nothing in this world that isn't art. That's why I'm the most important goddess here.
The world consists of stories.
Now you both know the world would be terribly dull without a good laugh.
Every time a painter picks up his brush, a sculptor his chisel, or a bard his lute, they are singing my praises.
The painters and sculptors sing too.
Leave it, Gnome. She's not so good with words.
I have to go.
Go forth and create something.
If I address him, he might tell me a joke. I don't want to risk it. I don't really know what to ask her. Good day.
Do you wish me a good day? Or mean that it is a good day whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this day? Or that it is a day to be good on?
If you're the god of puzzles, I have a serious bone to pick with you.
Why?
Why does everything have to be so complicated? An unlocked chest? Someone who just helps? For free? Is that too much to ask for?
Nothing worth having in this world simply falls into your lap.
Yes, but chess puzzles to open doors? Complicated machines in submerged temples, machines that must have been completely pointless when the temples were still in operation.
I agree. This is all just a distraction from the story.
I don't know what the problem is. Doing a little dance to create a flash of lightning? That's brilliant.
I have to go.
Go out into the world with open eyes. It is full of riddles.
Hello,
said the young hero, and then asked the decisive question.
I've always liked stories, especially the story of the Knight Ni as he rode out to slay the evil dragon.
Yes, one of my finest.
You wrote the Knight Ni story?
I wrote all stories, so to speak. Boy falls in love with girl, hooker with a heart, happy ending, all my inventions. Everything since is just variations on a theme, really.
Wow!
I also invented the words and, wide, and jam, as well as the letters E, Q, and L. Oh, and the Oxford comma. The last has, however, not been accepted by the majority.
I have to go,
he said, and went out into the world. A short while later, he said,
Is this also a goddess?
No, that is an Amazon. They guarded our temples.
Didn't do a particularly good job of it, did they? That's Remy's shrinking ring. That means he was here. Remy! This lake looks weird. The water is so dark and somehow wrong.
Oh, it's real water.
But I could just swim to the island.
Oh, I wouldn't try that if I were you.
And if I build a raft and get myself a small rowing boat?
No boat can cross this lake, spoke the mighty voice of the highest of the gods. We can only explain to you how to get over the lake.
An island in the lake with the ruins of the creepiest temple I've ever seen. Maybe the lake is cursed. I can feel something evil and a chilling cold emanating from the water. The gods must know how to cross a lake like this.
Yes, we do.
Hello,
said the young hero, and then asked the decisive question.
I think my friend Remy's on the island over there. How can I cross to it?
Now, it's quite simple.
No, it isn't. First, he's got to answer some riddles.
Oh, we've already done with the light. Can't we simply get on with the story now?
Previously, people honored us, gave us offerings, erected temples.
I can't build you a temple.
No, but you can honor us, so that we will bestow our favor upon you.
You are, awesome.
How pitiful.
You must give each of us an offering, or fulfill for each of us one wish. Or something like that.
Yes, and only when you've won over 3 of us will we reveal how you can cross the dark water safely.
People, gods, whatever you are, this isn't a game. Remy may be in danger.
When he is in the temple of the Nameless One? For sure.
Another reason for you to hurry. Chop chop, mortal. Win our favor.
You said that the temple on the island was for the Nameless One?
That's right. Hundreds of years ago, the Nameless One grew ever more mighty, winning over an increasing amount of followers. Of course, the priests of the other gods were very unhappy about this, so they forbade the name of this god to be spoken, his symbols to be worn, or for prayers to be said to him. Those who were versed in the dark arts and wanted to use the god's power for their own purposes built this temple deep under the town. They performed forbidden rituals there and increased the might of the god. In return, he gave them untold power.
That doesn't sound good.
It wasn't. At some point or other, they were discovered and the temple destroyed. Shortly thereafter, the Nameless One was banished, and for centuries all was peaceful on the island.
And then what happened to the temple? What happened next?
A few years ago, men appeared. They visited the temple and held rituals there, rituals we had not witnessed for centuries. Dark mages who had delved too deeply into old books and found the whereabouts of the temple. They built a machine, the purpose of which we can only speculate over.
Maybe they wanted to bring the Nameless One back to this world.
If that was their aim, they didn't succeed. The island lapsed back into peaceful darkness. I suspect the mages had been killed.
Ah, then my wand might have belonged to one of the Dark Mages.
I don't know anything about magic wands. I just know that for several years the temple has been inhabited by a ghost which never leaves.
And Remy's just gone there.
That reminds me of an old story. Shortly before the first amphibians...
Sorry, I just don't have time for long stories at the moment.
Oh, of course. But just run along then. Check out the neighborhood for stuff and try to make sense of it all.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. My vote would be to get the story moving again.
We agreed that he has to complete a task for each of us.
But you don't know what happens on the island. It will be very exciting and very emotional. Oscar-worthy.
What's happening on the island?
Down here, riddles must be solved if you want to get any further. Just like in the good old days.
Okay then. A task. Tell me a story.
That's hardly a suitable task.
Storytelling is not easy. It has to be a creative, exciting story that meets my exacting standards. Come on, gnome. Think up a story to knock us off our feet.
Well, a boy whose horrible relatives make him live under the stairs. So, he wants to start a new life across the ocean and boards a ship, an unsinkable one.
Aha! Gripping storyline, exciting characters. The first act is complete. What are the further developments and climax going to be?
So yes, then he becomes a captain and is faced with a zombie and squid and pirates until later. His robot friend is lowered into the molten iron.
And then, the twist.
Well, he is Kaiser Soze.
Ah, very original.
Kaiser who?
You've got my support, my young friend.
So, one got down, 2 to go. Good day.
Do you wish me a good day? Or mean that it is a good day whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this day? Or that it is a day to be good on?
I guess the only way to gain your favor is by performing a strange set of tasks.
No tasks. Riddles. That's all that matters to me. If you ask me a question I can't answer, you win my favor.
That sounds familiar.
My first riddle for you goes like this. What has roots nobody can see, towers beyond the tallest tree, never grows to get this high, but reaches up towards the sky.
Roots that nobody sees, higher than a tree, but never growing. A mountain. Could be a mountain.
It is a mountain. Well done. Now, it's your turn. Ask me a question. If I can't answer it, you have won my favor.
What have I got in my pockets, Sis?
Some bits of fluff and a ring, a shrinking ring to be precise, a mirror, a magical device that some people call a clicker, and no, that's all.
Wow, impressive.
Yep. Yes, God of riddles, all-knowing and almighty. Nice to meet you. My turn. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still.
30. White on a red hill. Teeth? Teeth!
Well, I never. That's correct. Clever little fellow. Your turn.
If you're all-knowing and all-powerful, can you think of a question that is so difficult that even you can't answer it?
Of course. I can do anything.
But if you're all-knowing, you would know the answer to every question.
Of course I know.
Here's the deal. You give me your favor, and we'll just drop the troublesome topic of omniscience completely.
With that, the actual task which I set, without your knowledge, has been mastered. You have won my favor, pedantic boy.
And that's 2 gods in the bag. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
As you're in such a good mood, you'll help me get to the island, right?
Oh, comedians always have a dark side. It's not easy making everyone else laugh.
And what do you know about that?
I am the god of humor. I invented badumtus.
Yes, only so that people will know when they have to laugh.
Oh, yeah? 2 cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, he tastes a bit funny. Eh? Eh?
Ha! Ha 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 ha, that was new.
You see? It's a tough business making people roll in the aisles. You lot just don't realize that because you've never tried it yourself. Hey, that's it! That's the task I'll set you, mortal! Make me laugh!
You want me to tell you a joke?
One that's so funny, it makes my stomach ache with laughter. Oh, it'll have to be a right royal rib tickler.
I don't think I know any jokes.
Oh, come on, everyone knows a joke. Most aren't of a standard high enough to make a god laugh, of course. But anyway, ask around and try your luck.
I have to go. Hi.
Hello, my young friend.
And what do I have to do to gain your favor?
Well, you don't appear to have a cup of wine on you. Can you dance?
Of course.
Okay, my first request, don't. And don't ever think about dancing again. Painting, sculpture, music. How do you fare in these arts?
To be honest, I'm a cracking dancer, but I'm rubbish at everything else.
Then, best leave art to the professionals, like myself. I would love to sing again, but I really can't remember what the notes sound like. Bring me a tuning fork or something of that kind. When I hear the notes, I'm sure it would all come flooding back to me.
What exactly did you want so I can cross the lake?
I would love to sing again, and I need a tuning fork, cowbell, or something of that sort. I haven't heard any decent melodies for centuries.
Something to make sounds. Got it. Have to go.
Go forth and create something.
Timmy?
Yeah?
There's a dark lake down there with an island in the middle with a ruined temple on it. I'm pretty sure that's where your uncle is.
Haven't you had a look yet?
I don't know how to get across the lake. That water looks suspicious, and the statues of the gods say no boat or raft can cross the lake.
How did Uncle Remy get to the island then?
I guess he knows the secret of how to cross the lake safely. So don't worry, I'll figure it out. Listen, Timmy, I found your uncle's shrinking ring.
He never puts that down.
It was on the edge of a suspicious-looking lake.
Oh, perhaps he wanted you to have it.
I don't think so. He couldn't have known that I would follow him.
Of course he knew that. You wouldn't leave a friend in need. Everyone knows that except you.
Do you know any good jokes, Timmy?
Is this really an appropriate time for jokes?
I need a good joke to get your uncle out of the temple. It's a long story.
I've kinda got one. What do us rats like playing most? Hide and squeak.
Not bad.
Well, it's not funny, because it's true.
I've got to get back.
You can do it.
Hi, Ethel.
Ooh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
You and Esther did a great job of that fluffy paint. Although, I'm still not sure I understand it all.
What's so difficult to understand? Yellow and blue give you green, pink and fluffy give you fluffy pink.
There's a colour called fluffy.
Fluffy jumpers are dyed with it. Many wash powders are made almost entirely of fluffy. Oh, young people today, absolutely clueless with regards to alchemy.
You and Esther got along well together, didn't you?
Surprisingly, yes. Didn't want to eat me or anything like that. Nice person. Gone now. I'll miss her.
You could visit her sometime.
Lots to do. But yes, maybe.
I found Remy's ring. It was lying down there on the shore of a dark lake.
Oh, he never leaves that ring lying around anywhere. He's always saying that magic rings aren't a toy. You have to bring Monsieur de Dumas back to me. Us, in one piece, Wilbur.
I'll do my best. Don't ask why, but you have to tell me a good joke.
Two hydrocarbons meet. One says, hi. The other answers, go away, you're substituted.
Come on, tell me a joke.
That, was one. Old alchemist joke.
I don't get it.
If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the condensate.
No need to insult me. I'm dead serious. I need a joke.
Your mother is so ugly, not even fluorine would combine with her.
Now you're even insulting my mother. I just want you to tell me a joke.
Oh, something like, so this cannibal cook says to the captive, "Can you please whistle when the water boils?"
Yeah, something like that.
Don't know any jokes like that.
Oh well, then I'll use the one with the carbon thingy. I have to be going, Ethel.
If you need stew, you know where to find me.
But with Remy's shrinking ring, I could fit. Parents often say it looks like a bomb exploded here. Usually it's just an exaggeration, but here it might actually be the case. That thing's huge, I can't take it with me. A lot of the stuff here is made out of this smooth, shiny material. I don't know what it is, but I do know I find it kind of eerie. I wouldn't want to run into this doll in the dark. The doll has a ring on its back. I wonder if you...
Love me.
Not again.
I've done a poo-poo. Shall we sing a song?
Professor Weathervane?
It's not what it looks like.
So you're not trying to liberate the frog?
So, well, maybe there is something to it. You're not calling for help.
It is my duty.
How can you work for Van Buren? Don't you know what she's doing to this city and its people?
It is not for me to judge her politics. I'm just a simple civil servant who must obey his superiors, no matter what they do.
Even if she's as mad as a cuckoo clock.
Since the death of the Archmage, Sybil Van Buren is my new employer, and it's my duty to serve her loyally.
I didn't transform the Archmage. I hope you know that.
Of course I know that. The very idea is... Archmage Alistair was Professor, Doctor of Magic. You are just a graduate mage, and not even a real teacher. It's completely implausible that someone like you could defeat the Archmage in a duel.
Thanks.
It was Chantal Van Buren. She cast a spell on him with that cursed wand, just like she's done with everything else, right?
That's right.
But how does she do it? It's impossible for a little girl to have such power.
We believe that she...
Stop. I don't want to know. I'm a loyal civil servant. I work for the council leader. The less knowledge I need to conceal from her, the better.
Please, Headmaster. You could do so much good. You could start by taking the chains off the jar.
Betray my mistress? Never. However, well, it's time to call it a day. I will lock the door and admonish the guard troll to be vigilant. But the fact that I've seen a gnome here, perhaps I'll forget to mention that.
That's very kind of you.
I shall have to write a negative evaluation in my own file for this. Good evening, Professor, and good luck. Lock yourself. No one is to get into the office, you hear?
Whew, that could have backfired badly. Being rat-sized isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's an old model. I wonder if...
Welcome back, Professor Weathervane.
It's my old slate! The traitorous thing!
I only do what I'm programmed to do. All evil is on your side of the screen, not mine.
Who ordered you to deceive me?
Username Monkus Rules 1337.
I see! I'll take you with me, but don't get any big ideas about me trusting you again. If I have to. What a hideous creature! Better not get too close to the monster. It might have a taste for gnomes. This time, I'm just going to take the whole tin. It's for a good cause. Lots of papers, quills, ink stains and the like. Nothing interesting. Pretty thick chains, and I suspect Van Buren enchanted them to protect them against an open spell. Ivo?
What?
Did you know that there's a temple under the city? It's dedicated to an evil deity called the Nameless One. Well, that's not really his name, of course. He has a name, and it isn't the Nameless One, but...
I know the legends, but what sort of temple are you talking about?
There were people who worshipped the Nameless One. They built a temple using a machine. Maybe they wanted to bring him back to this world. I'm also pretty certain it's where Remy found the magic wand.
Oh, then you should take a closer look at the temple.
I'm working on it. I found Remy's shrinking ring. I can use it to get back to the school through the pipes.
Great, that should help us.
Do you know any good jokes, Ivo?
Are you kidding me?
Is that, are you kidding me, of course I know good jokes, or are you kidding me, how should I know any good jokes?
Are you pulling my leg? Why in the name of all the gods do you want me to tell you a joke?
Funny you should mention gods, they are involved. One in particular. Could you please just ask around? I need a really good joke, one that can make a stone statue of a god laugh.
Of course.
Thanks. I have the magic slate, Ivo. It will get you into the staff room.
Just put it in the basket.
Don't trust the slate, though. It should only say the code, and that's it.
Got it.
I have a doll for you.
What do I want with a doll?
What am I supposed to do with it?
Why did you take it if you didn't need it?
It gives me the willies. So I thought to myself, you'd better take it with you.
That makes no sense at all.
Do you, want it or not?
All right.
I borrowed a box of fireplace travel powder from the headmaster's desk.
Brilliant! I can really do with that.
The island is supposed to be guarded by a ghost. I find that disturbing.
Can't you cast a spell over it? You must know that.
I never looked into that. I always thought that was too scary.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, do that. I have to get going. Don't get caught.
Good luck. Keep your ears stiff.
The basket will let Ivo and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets stuck at some point.
Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
Don't ask me why, but Wilbur wants to learn a few good jokes. Do you know any?
But of course. After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, is there anything you can do for me?" To which the doctor replies, "Certainly, I'll prescribe you a couple of mud baths." "And they'll help?" "Of course," the doctor says, "it'll help you to get used to the feeling of being buried."
Oh, I still remember the damp earth. For a long time, I thought if only you'd let yourself be cremated.
Oh, okay, thanks. I bet you know all about ghosts, don't you?
I used to share a flat with some.
Do you happen to know how to cast a spell on a ghost?
No idea. But I do know that ghosts don't stick to cleaning rosters, and they don't use doors, and that could really give you a terrible shock.
I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Sloth. Blout.
Ah, Princess Ivo.
This might seem a little bit weird, but could you please tell me a joke?
Why weird? A joke can lift the spirits in times of great adversity.
No joke, no joke.
Oh, Blout, your jokes are always so lewd.
That's why good jokes. Two statues stand in park, face each other for hundreds of years. One be young man, other be young woman. Both is naked.
Here we go again.
Then God appear. He says, "I grant you biggest wish. Both can leave plinth for 1 hour." Both disappear in bushes, rustling, whispering, giggling. Man pants, 10 minutes left. She reply, "Okay, now you hold pigeon and I sit on it."
Princess? Really?
Oh, apologies. You don't happen to have another joke for me, do you?
No, lots more jokes with naked people.
The princess doesn't want to hear them. Anyway, you've already had your turn. Now I will tell a real joke. Ahem. The town guard asks the mage head of a 2-headed ogre, "So you deny breaking a fence post in 2 on your brother's head?" To which the ogre replies, "I can't deny that, but I didn't do it on purpose." "So you didn't intend to hit him?" "Oh, I did, but I didn't intend to break the fence post in the process."
Not find very funny.
Of course it's funny.
Thanks very much for the joke, Sloth. I will endeavour to remember it.
You see,
I could do with knowing how to cast a spell on a ghost. Do you know anything about that?
I know. Very scared of ghosts.
As you know, one fears nothing more than the unknown. And if one knows nothing, one fears everything.
Ghosts evil. Steal Blout's socks, but always just left one.
Of course, it's always just our left socks that are missing. That's your side. I look after my socks.
So, what about ghost spells then?
I know you can keep ghosts at bay with certain symbols.
Blout has protector amulet with symbols on.
About the amulet?
Protect me from ghosts. Works good. Not attacked by ghosts so far.
Could I borrow it, please?
No, then Blout unprotected.
The amulet depicts the magic circle, but it's not magical. Blout got it from the bargain bin for 3 copper pieces.
It could still come in useful.
It's mine. Won't give.
I would try to persuade him, but it's hopeless. He's almost as scared of ghosts as he is of the young Van Buren.
Blout, how about I give you something in exchange for the amulet? I've got a stone which protects you from the evil eye. Ever since I've had it, I've not been hit by any curses.
Give you 5 gold pieces for it.
I don't want to sell the stone. I want to swap it for your amulet.
But Blout want to be protected from ghosts and evil eye.
A life could depend on you giving me that amulet.
Blout's life depend on keeping it. Perhaps ghosts come tonight.
This isn't going to work. A life could depend...
Blout's pet.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
Wilbur?
Yes?
I've got this joke about a patient and a doctor.
Who would have thought? Tell me.
After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, can you help me?" The doctor replies, "Of course, I'm going to prescribe you a mud bath." "And it'll help?" asks the patient. "Of course," the doctor says. "It'll help you get used to the feeling of being buried." Is that a good joke?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Blout's told me a joke, but it's a bit... coarse.
Perhaps a god of humour likes that sort of thing. Tell me.
Okay. There are these 2 statues, and they've been standing in a park opposite each other for hundreds of years. A young man and a young woman, both naked. One day, a god appears and fulfills their greatest wish. They're allowed to leave their plinths for an hour. They immediately disappear into the bushes. There's rustling, whispering, giggling. Then the woman gasps, "We've only got 10 minutes left." And the young man replies, "Okay, let's switch positions. You get hold of the pigeon and I'll crap on it."
That's good. It's got gods and statues in it.
I've never used fireplace travel powder before. How does it work?
You have to throw it in a fire. And then you walk into the flames and concentrate hard on the symbols of the fireplace in which you want to come out.
Aha. And those are?
The icons on the fireplace in the library, you know.
I've never been there. Have you not memorized them?
Of course. They were... owl, worm and rat, I think.
You think?
I'm pretty sure. Unless it was a lion, polar bear and caterpillar. Or at least it wasn't eagle, mole and penguin. Or was it?
All right, I'll give it a go. That's all for now.
See you later.
Yoo-hoo! Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
So, I heard this joke.
I'm listening.
So, two, pieces of coal. One says, hello, whereupon the other says, ah, go away, you're substituted.
Are you sure that's how the joke goes?
I want to retract my contribution.
I thought you might.
I know a joke. What do rats like playing most? Hide and squeak.
That was terrible! So predictable, so inelegant, so,
I thought that was very funny.
Me too.
Well, which once again proves how little you all know. No, I didn't laugh.
I have a joke.
Hit me!
This is a joke about a doctor and his patient. I think it's the only one of its kind. After being examined, the patient asks, Doctor, can you help me? The doctor replies, Of course, I'm going to prescribe you a mud bath. And it'll help? Asks the patient. Of course, the doctor says. It'll help you get used to the feeling of being buried.
That was even worse than the first one.
Come on, that was good.
Oh, sure. What does the god of humour know about jokes? Did you see me laughing? No.
I know a joke with statues and gods. I'm sure you like it.
Oh, that sounds good.
For hundreds of years, these two statues were in a park opposite each other. One is a young man, the other a young woman. Both are naked. So one day a god appears and grants them their greatest wish. They are permitted to leave their respective plinths for an hour. Both immediately disappear into the undergrowth. There's rustling, whispers, giggles. We've still got 10 minutes, the young man gasps. And she replies, Great, let's switch places. You hold the pigeon, and I'll crap on it.
That wouldn't even bring a tired smile to the faces of your audience.
But...
Well, to an audience with a sense of humour. There's only one of them here, and he didn't laugh.
Well, I thought my jokes were good, and the others laughed.
Oh, that's irrelevant. I have to laugh.
But you only seem to laugh at your own jokes.
Because they're the best ones.
But that's... Wait a minute. Two cannibals are eating a clown.
And what does one say to the other?
He tastes a bit funny.
He tastes a bit funny. Oh, he tastes a bit... Oh, because he's a clown. That was a good joke, my friend. You made me laugh. Oh, so now I'll aid you, mortal.
Unless I counted wrong, I've now done 3 of you a favour. So, how do I cross the water?
Walk.
Ha ha! You might be able to walk on water, but I can't.
And what about ice?
Ice?
Haven't you noticed how cold it is here?
That doesn't look like ice.
So?
And you couldn't have just told me that?
Would it have been as satisfying that way?
Probably not. But you'd better hope nothing happened to Remy just because you delayed me.
Hello, my young friend.
Listen to this.
Oh, the music. Notes, semiquavers, vibrato. It's all coming back to me.
Not bad, eh? I'm a natural.
Oh, oh, aha! That's it. I thank you, Morton. I'm going to practice every day so that I don't forget the notes again.
Oh, great.
Now, I've even done all 4 of you a favour, even though you weren't very helpful.
The mark of a true hero is always to do more than he needs to, and to help everyone that he is able to help.
We should reward him.
Could you bring Remy here? Or transform the Archmage back?
It wouldn't make for a particularly good story if a god suddenly intervenes and solves all the problems.
But it would be funny. Bang! Story over!
We want to present you with a laurel wreath of hybnis.
Hey, we don't want to do that.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
Me too.
Take it, Wilbur, and wear it with pride. It is a sign you are a friend of the gods.
Thanks.
Very well. But look after it.
This little thing held enough light to illuminate a and the light was... I always wanted to be a mage because... Remy must have figured out that the lake was frozen on his first expedition. He probably went straight to the temple. It looks like water, but... it's actually ice. Child's play. Ah! Whoa! Ah! Whoa! No problem at all. Remy!
No, Wilbur. It's a trap.
You will bring me the wand that this thief stole years ago.
Who are you? Or what are you?
I am the gatekeeper.
You're the ghost of one of those mages that wanted to free the Nameless One, right?
The Nameless One must never be allowed to enter this world.
No? I mean, you're so right. Neither I nor Remy want that, so why are you fighting us?
He stole the wand. The wand is the key. Bring me the key!
Let Remy go free. He's badly injured.
He will die if you don't bring me the magic wand.
I don't have the magic wand anymore.
Then retrieve it. Your friend doesn't have much time.
Oh! Ah!
We don't have that much time. We have to...
Your friend is growing weaker by the second. Bring me the wand, or he will die.
But we can't! Ah! All right! I'll think of something, Remy.
I know you will, Wilbur.
I have to get Remy out of there as quickly as possible. He seemed so weak. Maybe I can somehow sneak past the ghost, or, Timmy?
Yeah?
I'm still looking for your uncle.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find him soon.
Yeah, sure. If he knew his uncle was caught in a trap and badly injured, he'd be sick with worry. Or worse, he could march straight to the temple himself. I've got to get back.
You can do it.
Hi, Ethel.
Ooh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
I found Remy. He's injured.
Oh!
Do you have anything like a healing potion?
I'll prepare one at once. Will take a while if it's to be a strong one.
Okay, please do your best. And do you by any chance know anything about ghosts?
Oh, superstitious nonsense.
That isn't quite true. There's one down there.
Oh, temperature changes, fog, drops, no ghosts.
Look, there's a ghost down there and it's taken Remy prisoner.
Hallucination, suggestion, not real. Get Remy here, quick!
If you say so. You look after the healing potion then. I'll deal with the hallucination. I'll see what I can do for Remy.
Yes, quick!
Ivo?
What?
I found Remy in the temple. He's caught in a trap.
Is he okay?
I couldn't get through. A terrifying ghost is guarding him. He really doesn't look good, Ivo.
We have to get him up here. Then I can take a look at his wounds.
But we have to get past the ghost. I have to get going. Don't get caught.
Good luck. Keep your ears stiff.